Oh, okay. Well, we are just starting the whole campaign. We've been here for a while. Because Chat is the main character with the whole D&D campaign. So, sum it all up, you have traveled pretty much half the entire country to the city of Dragon's Refuge. The city was originally built by dragons and their followers. You're right now currently at the Resting Nest Inn. On the right side of the bar, closer to the back staircase, is the character called Creatus? Oh, that would be a oh, that is a freaking good name, Creatus. That is actually a freaking good name. I didn't even think of that. That should so be the character's name. But anyways, right side of the bar by the staircase, there is a mercenary company called the Iron Crusaders. They are currently hiring people to help them to do a quest for the Duke of the North. Good way to get combat experience, probably right off the bat, and maybe some bonus items. But to the left side of the tavern, near the bar itself, is a mercenary group. Not mercenary, a caravan group. They're looking for people to escort them to the Western Warlands. They are willing to compensate 500 gold for the journey, and any injuries that happen along the way, since the journey is... I rolled to seduce the tavern! I just rolled to seduce everyone in the tavern. Okay, let's see what you get with the D20. We're just... Oh, okay. You got a 20. You literally got a 20. You literally started breaking out in song and dance in the middle of the tavern. And everyone is just falling in love with you. They're just throwing coins at you at this rate. And the other people just join you in song and dance. You steal a local loot nearby and start playing it like a rock star. You're just on the table, just going down on the loot. People are cheering. Throwing coins at you. Just having a grand old time. Totally just getting sidetracked from, you know, the main quest that you almost forget that you need to either talk to the two companies or you just freaking leave. I think at this rate, I think we need to roll how much gold you pick up. Let's roll how much gold. Should we roll how much gold you picked up during all of that? You're literally the main character. You literally just seduced the whole freaking tavern. That's hilarious. You just seduced the whole tavern pretty much. Everyone's in love with you now. Everyone that was in that tavern just loves you now. Basically, that's how the roll goes. Actually, you know what? I should probably go to the character Google Doc and get their name out. Oh, well, I need to process. I gotta get the name down. Your name is now Chetus. Actually, you know what? I can probably do it in the format that works better. Chetus! Alright. So you decide not to leave. After your whole great show... After your whole great show of breaking out a song and dance in the tavern and stealing the local loot, I'm gonna give you that now. You gotta loot. Oh yeah, we gotta roll for how much gold you get. For all the gold you picked up, you picked up 70 gold pieces. You picked up 70 gold coins. So you have 100 and... Yeah, you stole loot, seduced an entire tavern, and literally made 70 gold coins. You know, at this rate you're going, I don't even think you need to do the caravan group's quest. I don't even think you need to talk to the caravan group and escort in the Western World and get an extra bonus of 500 gold, unless you want to do that. Like, at this rate, I think you might just be better off freaking going with the mercenary company, because you're already going off good on gold. You're basically a bard at this rate. You are a bard now. There's also no class specifications for this D&D campaign, since, you know, you as chat is the main character. You could basically be a freaking paladin bard. You could be pretty much your basic paladin bard. You can go, now with the goal that you made, you can go and buy some certain equipment. Would you like to head to the main town square? That's literally right out the front door. Okay, so you turn around, walk out the front door, walk out to the town square. Beautiful limestone embedded into the road. A gold statue right on top of a fountain in the middle of the marketplace. Market stalls around the fountain, around the area. Straight across from you, you see the local's goods store. Sells all your local supplies that you need for any adventure. Next to it is the weaponsmith. He sells weapons and arms. And the complete opposite end of that is the potions shop. Not much in potions wise, but they're enough to get you going anywhere. So now it's up to you. Either you go into any of the shops, or you look at the local market sites. You might find something you want. You could get the weaponsmith probably has a good shield, or probably the general goods shop. If you want a good tip on shields, I am basing shields based on their class. So like a buckler shield is a small shield. You have more mobility using the shield, but it's completely useless against larger weapons. You can get a typical normal large shield, like a kite shield, heater shield, Viking shield, whatever, Viking round shield. They'll pretty much block everything, and they'll give you a bonus in defense. Viking shields do have a fun feature added onto them, since Viking shields are originally made to be thin along the edges. An enemy's weapon could get stuck in the shield. You have to, of course, I have to roll for that. If you ever get that Viking shield. I go for the scrotum. You go for the scrotum. You just the scrotum shield. The classic Roman shield. Well, you want to head to the weaponsmith then? To see if they have a Roman scrotum just lying around? Alright. You walk through the marketplace, around all the pedestrians and everyone coming in and out of the marketplace. Packed town today. They're celebrating their 100th anniversary for the creation of the town. It's been almost a century. Somewhere, probably. So you walk into the the weaponsmith's store. There is a back wall just full of weapons and arms, shields, axe, swords. To your left is a line of armor stands filled with the finest armor you can see, from steel plate, chainmail, and a bit of gambeson there. There's some gambeson there. Don't ask. No, you're fine. You're fine knowing the Roman equipment. Okay. Let me roll the dice. I'm gonna roll a d20. And based on that d20 roll, I will tell you what you find on the counter in front of you. So, right now on the counter they have the offer for you. They have the most basic equipment you got. You got a mace, an arming sword, a nice wooden round shield. Not a good Viking round shield, but a round shield nonetheless. Get you through any fights. And a piece of gambeson armor. Great light armor, great protection against swords. Probably better than the tunic you're wearing. So, the merchant... Go for the liar. Okay, so the merchant walks up to you. Goes, you see, you got a fine eye there for gambeson. Gambeson is a very nice piece of art. Can get you through almost your adventures. Light, durable. Dull as any sword that cuts through with the fabric. The price is going to be 70 gold coins. This is from fine dwarven velvet. Velvet may be fine. The velvet may be expensive in dwarven territory, especially from the lands of the Kingdom of Kazakh. Ooh, you roll a persuasion check. Holy! Okay, you rolled a 17. So, you convince. So, with that, you know what? You drive a pretty good negotiations. I'll lower it down to 40 gold coins for you. How about that? Is that good for you? 40 gold coins. Oh, okay. We gotta roll your persuasion check and see if that works. It's a 6. You got a 6 that one that time. So he looks at him. I'm sorry. The lowest I'm gonna go is 40. Kazakh velvet is very hard to come by these days, since the dwarves' trade routes have been raided. So, you buy the piece of gambeson then. I mean, you're still pretty good on gold. You pretty much just lost the sword gold that you got, so... Still have your 70 gold that you earned for the damn tavern leech. I spelt gambeson wrong, because I put gamber, it's gambin. So with that, you put on your Kazakh velvet gambeson. Light as a feather. Snug as a warm fur blanket. It feels just perfect. There is no gambeson like it, in this part of the country at least. So with your purchase, you decide, want to buy any other equipment there? Or you want to head back around to the other shops to see what you got around there? Alright. I'm gonna roll a percentile dice. Roll the percentage chances that they do have it. So you ask the shop owner if he has a pilum or two. And he goes, I got 3 pilums right here under the counter. Looking to buy them? I sell them 15 gold apiece. Yeah, they're the pilums. Okay, you take all 3. Wow. So, you buy all 3, throws them on the counter, and with that, he throws a leather harness onto the counter and goes, since you're buying all 3, let me give you this leather strap so you can carry them around. Make it easier on you. They're buckled on, so you just unbuckle it and pull out the pilum, throw it at the first guy you see. And with that, you throw the gold coins on the counter, and you're down to 15. No problem. Be safe on your next adventure, or on any adventure you go on. There's some dangerous things out there these days. So with that, you leave. Walk out the front door. 15 gold coins in your pocket. You decide to head back into the tavern. Mainly for stabbing. Great stabbing weapon. Edges are sharp, but probably only good enough for cutting your bread. Not for really slicing through your regular armor. Unless they're wearing tunics, and you could probably just cut them up and call it a day. Oh wait, you probably should. Scam. Leave me alone. I was just 10 off. Yeah, I did the math wrong. I totally did the math wrong. I was 10 under, okay? Leave me alone. Actually, you know what? If you want, you can head to the potion shop, maybe grab a potion or 2. Your gambeson has a belt right on. Your gambeson comes with a belt with it to tie it around your waist, so you probably could hook on a freaking potion or 2 on there. If you want to head to the potion shop. Health potions are not that expensive. Oh yeah! You got the pilum, you got 3 pilums, and a leather harness. Yep. There we go. You're stacked, my guy. You're literally freaking stacked. Oh, the Gamberson's already on there. I mean, these are organized so we can see the items. Alright, so you walk back outside. You walk back outside, back to the big market. Straight across from you is the tavern. Next to it is the potion shop. You can gradually learn them over time. The best way to learn from them is if you head to the city of Arcanum. Arcanum is the spell of schools, but you basically can learn spells along the way through other people, through your adventures. Magic is a very natural thing in this world. Just like anyone can know magic if you're willing to learn it. Just be careful with it. It is not safe if something goes wrong with one of the magical crystals. You're like cast like a freaking beam out. Bard style. Okay, so back to what I was saying. You're in front of the weaponsmith shop. Right across from you is the tavern you just came from. Next is the potion shop. Right next to your right is the general goods store. Town market's still busy as always. By this point, they're beginning to set up decorations along the town. Alright. You go to your right, walk into the store. Pretty normal general goods store, pretty much something you'll find in the regular towns around the local area. You know, nothing too fancy. Has all this travel stuff you need, backpacks, sleeping bags, cloaks, food, your basic necessities for traveling. There's a man behind the counter. Bald, gray mustache. Very cheerful mood. He sees you walk and it's like, welcome to General Goods. We got all the goods you'll ever need. What would you like? Yeah, you can take your time with that. We're gonna go on a little extra since you're here, so we're going on a little extra time than the normal time we normally stream. If you like, you can roll your perception, see if there's anything that catches your eye. Oh yeah, the travel pack. Those like really like those travel packs. Yeah, it comes with like pretty much your basic necessities to, you know, make a little makeshift bed, cloak and everything to go along with it. Like it's basically a cloak just wrapped around a bunch of sticks that you can use as a blanket, and then there's a bag in it that you can lay on. Pretty much everything to make a makeshift bed, and then the sticks are actually used to make the fire. Yeah, I know. Yeah, one of those, you know, easy travel packs. So you walk up to him and ask him for. Ooh, you want some extra equipment inside of it. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So, you walk up to him, tell him everything you need. The basic travel pack, maybe some extra equipment to get me where I need to go. He sits there for a minute and thinks about it. Travel pack would cost you 10 gold. The extra supplies? Depends. Want rations and an entrenching tool? Be a little extra. Might cost you 30 gold in total. So you want to roll a persuasion check, see if you can make him lower it down. He looks at it like, I'm sorry, I don't make the rules on the shipment supplies. With the recent events going on, it's hard to get anything these days. I mean, we could probably knock off 7 gold if you remove the entrenching tool. Okay, I'm gonna roll a persuasion check for you on that one. Holy okay, you got a nat 20 on that one again. So literally, with that, like, fine. With that, we'll make it 15 gold. How about that? Pack, rations, entrenching kit. 15 gold. So what do you say, you? Want to make that a deal? So now you... I'm gonna reorganize this real quick. I forgot about that soundboard. Gotta add a little... Don't mind me casually turn into a Roman... I can't spell entrenching. I am stupid. Okay. I'm gonna put that back up here. So we got more room for all of it. You are literally turned to a Roman legionary soldier. You are literally Chatus, the Roman legionary. With that, you don't have any gold, so you can leave the shop. So as you walk out, you leave the shop. Remind Victor! Remind Victor! I thought you were doing like I thought you were gonna go find like Remy Down Under. Just call it Remy and Victor. We're just turning to Remy. Okay, yeah, Roman and Victor. Okay. With that much gold in your name now, you walk out of the general goods store, cross to the marketplace, around the fountain. They're gonna turn it fit tricks. I don't know my Latin. I'm terrible with Latin. Okay. You walk back into the tavern. And it looks like the line for the Iron Crusade, the Iron Crusaders, has shortened quite a bit. In fact, there's only one man talking to the dwarf at the table right now. The caravan company on the opposite end by the bar looks like they're getting ready to pack up to leave for their journey to the Western Warlands. Who would you like to join in this adventure? Remember, you already know that the caravan will already pay you 500 gold The Iron Crusaders promise very fine rewards. What's on my own guild? I don't think we're that far in yet for that. You could eventually, but I don't think we're too far in for that yet. Oh, also there is a map. If you want to look at that map for a little bit, I can show you where you're currently at. I can't show the mouse cursor because OBS won't let me do that, but I can like zoom in on where you're currently at. If you ever want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. But you probably should join, because I'm going to be doing this more often. And I think Discord would be the best way to keep up with that.
Welcome, my friend.
Oh, thanks for the follow! I'm just going to call you Agb. Instead of ACB, just Agb. Here, let me give you the... Let me give the command for the Discord just in case if you need that. Yeah, because like I said, I'm going to be doing this more often. I want to do this more often. It's actually fun having chat be the main character. Even I might later on add in like a DnD Discord where people in the Discord can join in on the fun, get their own character sheets and stuff like that. And all we'll do is just copy all these stats and equipment over to you. Oh, yep, I see you. Morlin! You're Morlin! The cousin of Merlin, Morlin! Yeah, so we'll definitely do this more in the future. Yeah, I know, I saw it. I was like, Morlin, it's Morlin! No, I should make a VC channel for the D&D. And D&D VC channel. I'll do that after stream. Merlin! Oh. Balthazar! Balthazar! I go by many names. Merlin, and Balthazar, the destroyer of grapes. I'll open up my window because it's like 900 degrees in my room. I can hear the fan turn on. Destroyer of Rome haters. Okay, back to the task on hand. Again, Q for the Iron Crusaders has cleaned up a whole lot. Caravan company on the other end, close to the bar, getting ready to pack up and leave. Who would you wish to join on their quest? Or, you always have the option to leave. You can just leave and do your own thing. I don't know how far you get with 10 gold, but you got your 3 days of ration packs, your weapons. Right now, I think the caravan would be the best option to go with. Because again, you get that gold, you get that free 500 gold, and if you get injured on the way there, you get compensated for the injuries. Alright, so you walk up to the group of caravanners. They're throwing their bags on their back. I don't see why not. Okay, but yeah, they're getting their bags on their back, and one of them sees you walking right up to them. Biggest smile on his face. Beard is like he is tall as a man, but looks like a dwarf. Big, long, bushy beard, messy, long hair. He's basically a man-sized dwarf. He walks up to you. It's like, have you come to join us in our adventure? We are about to leave for the Western Warlands. I'm excited for this journey, and if you come with us, it'll be more the merrier. We do need help to protect us along these dangerous roads. I had a little bit too much to drink, to be honest. He would be excited to leave on any adventure to the Western Warlands, to be honest, but you know, he just got out of the bar, so can't blame him. So anyways, you follow them out, head to the main caravan. They got 3 horses. Carts attached to each horse. Oh. Chat is hilarious. By the way, nice to meet you. Oh, okay. He reaches out his hand, shakes yours enthusiastically. Nice to meet you, Chadius. Okay, yeah, I didn't give you time to type that in. I'm sorry, my bad. Grabs your hand, shakes it enthusiastically. Nice to meet you, Chadius. I am Nader. That's all people call me, by anyway. That's all people call me. I don't have a last name. But I'm glad to have you join us. We're gonna have drinks along the way. We're gonna have plenty of food to last us a journey. It looks like you're well prepared for anything that comes our way. We'll feel safe in your hands. I'll show you to the caravan right now. We're leaving. So, you leave. Follow him all the way to the front gates. As you're walking with him, he's like, oh, this is gonna be fun with you. Well, I'm always in a happy mood. Don't need to be drunk to be happy, just always in a good mood. Great to meet new people. As you finish that line, you walk out the main gate. 3 horses packed to the brim with cargo. Carts attached to each one. Maybe a good 20 to 23 people in this caravan. Only a few of them, including yourself, being armed. Oh, yeah. Let me pop in OBS. The map. Let me make this a little bigger so you can see it. Actually, no, I should probably pop it on top of everything so it doesn't get in the way. Well, except for chat. Chat's fine. Right now, you're currently up top here at Dragon's Refuge. It's the little city marker at the very top. So right now you're currently just hiding up there. Yeah, but there's no maps of them because I haven't worked on them yet. I'm still working on the whole continent as it is. Right now you're in the southern country of the continent. The Western Warlands are, of course, on the left side over here. That's where you are escorting the caravan. If you like, on the journey, he could give you a history lesson. Between 7 hills, I haven't added the hills or foresty areas yet, but I think the best place you might have is in the Western Warlands. There's a lot of unclaimed land there, ruined buildings. Let's build world. If you like, on the way there, you can get a history on the Western Warlands as you travel along, and then I also will roll for if you encounter anything dangerous along the way. You know, any bandit groups roaming around, any renegades. Once I get the, it will be glorious. You're gonna need a lot of funding with that, because you're gonna need to be able to pay for a mercenary company to protect you. Because especially in the Western Warlands, anything goes, anything. They're not a unified nation. They're not. I think the safest place in the Western Warlands would be up north here, in the Kingdom of Armenia. That's like a region in my camp. That's epic! Yeah, like... Oh, I forgot there's... The roads lead to castles! This is a border patrol! It's a border patrol! Okay, anyways. I got the lawless lands. That's actually pretty cool. And the same freaking place! It's literally my place, Western Warlands, on the west side of the country. Yours, Lawless Lands, west side of the country. There's more of the land, like there's more up north and more to the east. There's also a whole other continent south and another one farther east. Ooh, actually, speaking of orcs, this is literally almost in line with what we're doing. This is literally almost the same line. Like I said, we can have Nader give you a history on the Western Warlands as you guys travel. And like I said, I'll roll for if you encounter anything along the way. That's, of course, if you like the lore. The lore. We need the lure. The bite of 87. Give me some lore to fall asleep to. So, you, Nader's caravan company are traveling along the roads. Sitting on the cart full of cargo. Not a very comfortable ride and not very smooth, but you get to relax nonetheless. Nader beside you goes, let me tell you some history about the Western Warlands. Long time ago, it wasn't called the Western Warlands. Before then, it was the Empire of Orcs. One nation of orcs ruled all the West. Supposedly at the time they cold ruled with another empire, an empire lost to history. During that time, legends say that empire declared war upon the gods themselves, and the orcs helped them with that war. In return, the land was hereby cursed to be a war-torn land between orcs. No one was ever unified that day, and during that time, humans have come in, taken their lands, kicked the orcs off of their home. Once a mighty empire, now just war bands scattered across the country. Some of them moved into cities, some moved back into their old homes to fight for what they used to believe in. But even then, the humans that moved in there, not unified under one nation, one empire, just city-states torn into everlasting war. Towns, castles, and cities always exchanging hands for the next tyrant over another. There is no peace. But people do say one day the orcs shall return to reclaim their homeland and get revenge on humanity for taking away their land. Also gonna roll for this real quick. Ooh, a 6. You quietly doze off, fall asleep. You don't know how long you're out for. Maybe a day or two. No joking, maybe a few hours. And you wake up to a scream. Some men in the party draw their swords, spears, grab whatever they can. One of them lights fire in his hands. You notice there's a very dense fog around you. Ooh. I gotta see. Oh my gosh! I'm seeing it now. There's the common TikTok! See, that's awesome! The Socialist Dwarven Republic? Oh, that's a good name. That is actually a good name. I do have borders for the most current kingdoms at the time of like the current empires that are ruling. I don't have that on the screen here set up for OBS to show. But like if you want to know where the current empires are at, then you can know. You know what, I might just put up a D&D channel, so like anything D&D. But anyways, okay, back to describing. You hop off the cart. Actually, Mayor's not going to tell you this, but if you want actually some fun lore about the Kingdom of Kazakh, where you got your Gamerson, the Dwarven Kingdom Kazakh is the only known Dwarven settlement that's actually out of the mountains. The horrible work environment done in the mines. They unionized. The dwarves unionized. The dwarves just unionized. I just blew my soda in my nose. I laughed too hard. And that's why they became socialists. That's hilarious. Okay, but anyways. So the Dwarven Kingdom of Kazakh is the only known Dwarven settlement that's actually on the edge of mountains. Most Dwarven cities are built within the mountains, deep within the mountains. So the dwarves of Kazakh are looked down upon by the other dwarves because they don't follow the same philosophy as the other dwarves do. Dwarves are very isolationist, but these dwarves have prospered because they're so close to the edge of the mountains, very easy to access from nearby cities and towns, especially Dragon's Refuge, as you see right there on the right side of the screen. Dragon's Refuge right there. They've learned new smithing techniques that no other Dwarven city has known. That's how they could take fine, fancy velvet that's usually used for curtains and bed curtains, into armor. Because they learned from the elves, the men, the goblins. There's goblins, but they're civilized goblins. There's tribal goblins and then your civilized goblins, so you know, all the fun stuff. Even then, there are some known orcs to live in the city of Kazakh. There are great smiths. Really? Yeah, I saw that the TikTok. You see over there? On the bottom of your map? The Goblin Technocracy? No, I was gonna say because like there's 3 other continents. Well, there's 2 other continents besides the continent this campaign's currently on. I'm eventually gonna make the maps to the continents and the other territories so you can explore those as well. Technologically the most advanced race. Actually, the city of Arcanus is the main school for learning magic, but it's also the main area for literally science. At this current point in time in their history, they're just beginning to learn airship technology, so they're learning how to make airships. They haven't just fully discovered gunpowder yet, but they're on the verge of learning what gunpowder is. Even then, new forms of magic that they learn are through the studies in Arcanus. Actually, it's funny, based on its position, it's almost like the College of Winterfell from Skyrim. Serve this with great power. The Great British Empire. They're so freaking small! They're so small! In their terms, they're an empire. On their terms, they're empires. That's how most humans in this world, in this country, think that they're the only powerful ones. I think the only humans that don't think they're the most overpowered ones is the men of Armenia, which is north of the Western Warlands. Actually, fun fact, Armenia is considered a Western Warland country, just the most democratized. Well, not democratized, the most organized of the Western Warlands. They got 2 cities, handful of castles, a lot of villages under them. Like, they're most civilized compared to the rest of the Western Warlands. Most of them don't really get along with the outsiders. Because they assume all outsiders are there to take their lands. Ray believed no one would dare to attack them, but yet actually it's just no one cares. They just don't care. Like, what are you gonna do? Throw a stick at me? We have pikes, they have swords. Oh, that's hilarious. We got magic guns, they got like spears? Oh, that's freaking hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. You know what'd be hilarious if what you did is that they go down with like another empire or another faction, and literally they somehow gain half their territory. Just like, how the hell did that work? It's dictated, so they're basically Russians. They gotta drink their vodka before they hold a diplomatic meeting. They're so small. I gotta save this image so I can open it up. Yeah, I can see. I can see where it's at. I gotta download the image real quick, and then I'm gonna open it up so I can see it. Curly hands of the bureaucracy. It's bureaucracy. That's one way to go with. That is a hilarious way to go with. It's just a bureaucracy. That is freaking great. Beer, wine, 3 political factions: beer, wine, and vodka. You should actually give them their own, like, the wine and vodka, their own, like, special universe name. Because they can still be the same thing, but it's made up by the locals. He's setting in lore, guys. You know what? We should have clipped you. We should have clipped you, and as soon as you walked in, got a D20 and seducing the bar. What elves are femboys? Oh no. Wait, both wood elves? All wood elves are? Man, I bet the goblins are having a great time with that. Oh yeah, I gotta roll a d6 for the encounter too. Nah, not too bad. The lore is too long. You know what, here, I got something, hold on. Let me go on the Discord. Let me make a Discord real quick for you. There we go. I just made an everything DnD Discord server. I can't get over that, the bureaucracy. Also vodka. Just the hand. Also vodka. Oh, that's freaking hilarious. Yeah, I like this. This is freaking. I like the bureaucracy. Lore is freaking good, dude. You thought through with the lore. And like I said, you had some fun with it, so you can enjoy the lore and have a good laugh about it, about some things in it. But, like, that's understandable. I can totally see that being a thing. Okay, I'm gonna fix the map. Make it a small little boy. And then we're gonna hide it. Alright, so should we go back to our encounter? No, it's not slavery, it's forced employment. It's not slavery, it's just forced employment. Forced unpaid internship. Lore. Cause the lore. Yeah, not slavery if it's forced labor. Alright. Shall we go back? Oh wait, oh yes, honestly. Okay, yeah, that makes 100%. That makes sense out there in the dream. Anarcho-capitalist. Anarchy! But capitalism. We can make money. And mayhem. The best of both worlds. You better make this into a D&D adventure. I want to see how this turns out. Just the fun shenanigans that can happen with that. Oh, you already do? That's awesome. Actually, for this campaign, I was gonna make a Unity engine, make a game in Unity where chat can interact with polls, and like the D&D character sheet would be there and everything. So like basically, it's D&D on stream. But I didn't want to go through the hassle of doing that just yet until I know more about coding. So this is what we end up with the whole makeshifts. This is all makeshift right here, just the D&D Google Doc, the tavern background. This is all just makeshift because I didn't have time to work on the Unity because I don't know much about it. Oh, you are? I actually have an old character sheet from like high school. I still have my old D&D character sheet from high school. It was hilarious. It's hilarious. I have a goblin follow me around. Like the D&D setting we're in, all goblins are mainly tribals. They're not smart. They don't really understand. They're just, you know, savages. And so everyone was shocked that I got a goblin to follow me around. And since my cleric is a smart ass, the goblin's becoming a smart ass. Because I'm a good role model, apparently. You know what I could have done? I could have just downloaded the image from Discord that you sent on Discord, and then put it on stream so that anyone that joins in the stream during the conversation can see everything. That's what I should have done. Oh, that's actually freaking funny. Like, it's like, oh, I play more than one character. Yeah. And that's kind of happens when you're a small streamer, though. And especially if you go with the D&D category, there's a lot of people on there and a lot to go through. Plus, this is the first D&D campaign stream, so not much to grow upon yet. But with you here, I mean, you're already becoming natural with it. Yeah, I think it doesn't help that I don't have a face cam though too, because that's what gets a lot of people in the streams too, is if you have a face cam or not, and I don't. Which that would be a thing in the future, is a face cam, but not right now. I don't have everything set up for that. That's... Yeah, only if you're attractive. Well, I mean, even if you're a guy, most people go off about that. But even then, I have like one of those LED masks. And I was just gonna put that on. Just a little fun LED mask I can change face as I do my reaction. I have to do it by hand, so I have to like sit there with my hand and tap on everything. To change the faces, but that's what I was gonna do. But I'm waiting until I finish the renovations for my new room before I do that. Because we're building a whole new room for me in the basement so I can get comfortable down there, don't have to deal with heat. Also, don't bother the other people that live in this house. You know, all that fun stuff. These walls are so thin. They're just paper mache walls. I like how we like go slowly from like a D&D stream to like a to like a just chatting stream. Well, I don't know your players, so I can't tell them anything. I won't even know them if they join the stream. I make up the lore as I go along. I write most of the lore down. I do have a lot of lore, mainly on the Western Warlands, and a bit on the Kazakh Mountain, on the Kazakh Dwarves. Dragon's Refuge was a recent development. You know, the city built by dragons and their followers, so they have a place to live away from the dangers of being hunted, but... well, dragons are clearly not alive anymore, so the city didn't work. Yeah, that's the fun about it. Well, that's the fun thing about D&D, because, like, if you create your own world, anything you say goes. It is your world, you created it up, no one else knows about it. I really have to think through my lore as best as possible, because I am a historian, I do a lot of history, so I got, like, do the whole like behind lore. I have to do the reason why, how it would fit, if it's realistic or not, especially fitting for this current world. Like even then, like I have to put on a realistic take about how magic works and the reason why magic exists. That's usually how maps goes if you write down random names. Right now I'm currently in production of the current language. Like, most human cities' names are named by the, you know, like when Nader explained the lore that the land was controlled by a supposedly empire at one point. Most cities are named after them. Basically, the Elvish language derives from this empire. I have nothing written down. Yeah, I have most of my stuff written down, but they're not on Google Docs. They're in a notebook instead. Because most of this came back when I was like back in high school, and actually it's funny too because a week after I started writing that down, we started doing our own D&D venture because our teacher got that approved for him to do that. So our teacher became our dungeon master. So it was freaking awesome. Actually, currently the dice that I'm using right now is the dice that he gave me when I left high school. The lore, magic in Latvia is that the lore behind it is that magic has always been there, but it was never able to be harnessed through its raw form. So any simple magical spell you can do would just kill you. You would just freaking die. But over time, they learned that they could make conduits through these crystals. There's nothing special about these crystals. They just look pretty, but they have a property that lets them be a conduit for magic. So they made 7 of these conduit crystals. And with these conduit crystals, they can harness magic through them back out into the world, so anyone can use magic. Because of those crystals, everyone can use magic. As if they're willing to learn, though, which, most people are not. But Arcana's being the main school of magic, I think people are willing to learn. Unless they're dead. But if you like, we can get back to the DnD campaign. Or, ooh, do you have anything else you can talk about? Any funny tips or tricks? Any funny lore facts? I want to know what's the best faction you come up with besides the bureaucracy, which is freaking great. Oh, you know what lore you should make up about? Who currently owns, like who currently rules the kingdom, and how they came in charge. I mean, you pretty much do with their factions. With all the factions that you have set up in their territories, they're basically kingdoms in their own right. Like the Holy Rokish Empire, well, the Lawless Lands don't really have a kingdom because they're just a bunch of cities. The Socialist Dovan Republic, the Goblin Technocracy, the Great Gungrish Empire, you know, they're all their own kingdoms. They just might not be called a kingdom. Like they are, like, I think the one of my factions here, can't remember their name. They're considered empire. Because he's the one that founded the kingdom. Pretty much, he's the one that founded it. Basically, Romestad is found. They're basically the future Roman Empire, aren't they? They're just gonna grow bigger and bigger. Actually, that'd be kind of scary to think about. Okay. At some point in their timeline, you have to make it the Roman Empire have them conquer almost the entire like almost everything. See how it goes from there. They're pretty much just Vikings. Fight Roman Vikings! They're Roman Vikings! Goliath Vikings. Goliath Vikings. Yeah, I know, I can see that. Goliath Vikings. They're Gaulish. No, they're just the goals of your universe. Yes, I did. I did see the Alien Federation. Right under the Dwarven Socialists. The Socialist Dwarves. And above the Arbor Forest. Really? No one's been interesting that, even though you have the Great Empire that no one cares about in the corner? You know, they're just vibing over there. Is it because how small they are? Is that the reason? Because how small they are? Smallness is fun. Well, you're talking about smallness. It's not on the map, but like in the mountains areas, there are a couple towns scattered in there that are completely independent on their own. But because they're so insignificantly small, they can't even be on the map. The mountains take up their view on the map. A lot of those towns did not have a good time. They made memes about the lore. Just when the Great British Empire starts winning a war. You should name more of these regions. You also got the tribes. Well, actually, that's probably all the tribes. Yeah, that's what they are, tribes. You teach lore through memes. That's one way to get your players to listen to lore is through memes. The magic memes. Listen to the magic meme for the lore. You should probably put it in the Discord. I don't have any memes for the lore in my universe. I think your method of memes is actually the best method to teach lore. But I'm gonna let you guys do the... I'm gonna let you guys do it. Let me hear we should probably get back to the D&D adventure, though. You have some slaying to do, we should say. Some Persian slaying of the local populace. It can't be a war crime if it doesn't exist in the universe. I forgot I put a memes Discord in too. This is kind of fun though. You just get to sit back for a little bit, tell some fun lore about each other's D&D campaigns and their worlds. It's what you need sometimes. It's just nice relaxation with some lore. The lore. You're in the nerf. You came from the nerf. Oh gosh, that reminds me of a joke from yesterday. That should totally be in my Python skit. He made guns out of grugs. It's basically just how magic is used through grugs. And don't replace the G with any other certain letter. Just don't. Okay, I can see it in the Discord now. Okay, the Great British Empire. Okay, that's a good meme. The Lion King one is actually pretty freaking good. Don't go over there. The Grugs will never win. Shut up! They hated Jesus because they told him the truth. Oh, that's hilarious. Poor Grugs. What do you want for Christmas? A dragon. Be realistic. I want the Grugs to take over the world. What color do you want your dragon? Me and the boys on a way to conquer the wall of silence. They all died. How do you get that strong? An orc? Every time I see a sign by God, I do one push-up. Jesus Christ. A coastal town, another coastal town, and then another coastal tribes on a normal Thursday. Well, when I'm being a loser competition and my opponent is the Great British Empire. Oh, these memes are good. Workers should work in livable conditions. The Anglonians just throw it in the frickin' fire. the rest of the world just casually just eating their food. Actually, literally, that meme there is me in school. Two kids would just be throwing punches, literally beating the shit out of each other. I'm just casually sitting there doing my thing. You know what, I should do this real quick. Yeah, reset the stream and everything like that, but I'm gonna do it. Hold on. It's green. I think you do not see anything. Damn it, Bill BS! There we go. Just love the girl. Yeah, these movies are freaking great. I like this one a lot. Hello, fellow superpowers. Oh, these memes are freaking great. Yeah, that's a lot of sense, so never go there. Even this one, just the shut up! They hate Jesus because he told them the truth. For Christmas, I want a dragon. Be realistic. I want the Grugs to take over the world. How come you want your dragon? That's freaking hilarious. They all died. These are actually freaking great. Coastal town. Another coastal town. This one here should have been another coastal town. Just another coastal town. And then just the tribes on a normal Thursday. When I'm being a loser competition and my opponent is the Greek Empire. Why do you players love the Grugs so much? It's just because they're small little things, aren't they? Okay, there's more to look at. Workers should work in livable conditions. The Arnolians just throw it into the fire. The Shinnaikai fighting over which alcoholic drink is the best and should literally control the country's politics. The rest of the world just sitting here eating its meal all casually, like, what's going on? Eh. What else? Having been neutral for over 300 years, everyone having wars constantly. Oh, that's freaking great. You're charged with taking over the world with Grugs. Bro, that's awesome. What you got there? Doubly import of modern weapons. Olin Federation. Smoothie. These memes are freaking great. And they fit the world so if you don't know what's going on here, let me go to the normal chat. We're talking about this world here that ACD or ACB and or Merlin as created here. And he's teaching his players the lore through freaking memes. It is great. This is still my all-time favorite meme. This should be just meme of the week. Just meme of the week right here. Billy, what have you done? The tribes did nothing wrong. Aim for the head next time. I said Jimmy, it's Billy. Billy, what have you done? Tribes did nothing wrong. Aim for the head next time. Average Grug citizen. Average Socialist Dwarven Republic citizen? I mean, they are frickin' dwarves. They are just dwarves. Yeah, you should post them all. We'll go over a meme. We'll just go over a meme franchise one day. Let me go to OBS and change back to the D&D channel. Those memes are freaking good, though. And again, it's funny that you're teaching your players the lore of your world through freaking memes. Of all things. If they won't listen, the memes will make them listen. Oh, it is. Or a smartass of a teacher. My effective education teacher, the same teacher that actually let us do D&D in high school, and our DM. Freaking smartass, but funny as hell teacher. For some reason, I thought Nightbot was you. Okay. I do my own studies on history. So when I do look at history memes, I laugh at them because I understand them. And it's hilarious. But I haven't found a meme yet of a bucket war of 1325. One of those stupidest wars. Because it was a war over a bucket between two Italian settlements. Okay, the pig war's not that bad. Actually, I like the emu war too. The freaking Australians with machine guns got beat by a bunch of giant birds. They're not as big as ostriches. And an emu's won a war. I think even then, like, my favorite not point in history, but like my favorite, one of the most fun things I actually learned about in history is the siege of, what was the name? Ceuta? I don't remember. Ceuta, I think. And the siege lasted 26 years. It took place, I think, somewhere around, I want to say 1710, but I think it was 1720. Remember, everyone loves memes. Yeah. But I think it'd be better if the memes were created through you guys. Like, literally, you walked into a tavern and seduced the whole freaking tavern and stole a loot. And got 70 gold out of it. That's a meme yourself. That is a meme itself right there. When Chaticus enters the bar. Hey! Oh, that's the way to start off an adventure. You're supposed to go with the Iron Crusaders or the caravan and get your gold that way and get your equipment that way through all the journeys, and you seduce the entire bar. Like, you took the campaign a whole other direction that I didn't expect it to go. It's hilarious. Alright, we got another good 30 minutes before I think about ending the stream. Damn you, ads! I don't know if you got them or not. It just said ads rolled through, so... No, I should add that as a Twitch thing. Hold on. Where is the... There we go. Oh, okay, good. Well, I'm gonna make a I got ads channel reward. So if that happens at any point during the stream, it's just only 1 point. You can do it. I finished my drink, so I'm ready to go. My throat doesn't feel dry, but my lungs are not happy because it was Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pepper gives me hiccups, so, you know, not a happy lung right now. Okay. Whew. Shall we return for our last 30 minutes? Back to the fun adventures of the DnD campaign. It's a little bit. You gotta make that a meme was when you freaking seduced the entire bar. Because I still remember the counter that you're with. And how bad the encounter is. If the woman that whole siren, I rolled that like forever ago. You know what? I rolled 1 dice that time for the counter. I could have just rolled the 2 and go from there. But I didn't, so I rolled 1 at a time. Because I'm stupid, and I find the hard ways to do things. Even though I'm supposed to be the smart ass here. Also, don't mind me posting more memes. Oh gosh, this is the whole thing. You got some funny memes. I'm gonna close this and open up the other map too. That is the wrong folder. There's the right folder. Ooh. Okay. So back to it. Okay. You wake up from your nap. Thick fog rolling in. People are screaming, pulling out their weapons and arms. One mage, fire in his hands, ready to go. And through the thick fog, you see a group. Just a group of figures stumbling towards you. Stench of rotten flesh in the air. Groans of unnatural origins. You hop off the cart, pull out your short sword, ready for anything that comes out of the fog, and a group of undead slowly make their appearance. Their flesh is not as decayed, so you assume this was a recent event, maybe a couple days old. But it doesn't matter. The undead slowly approaching your position. Everyone's armed and ready. Legionnaires ready, films! Take it! You're the only one picking up the pilum right now. You throw the pilum at the nearest undead to you, and you jam it into his foot. You just jam it into his foot. So all you really do... Actually, that's not bad. Even though you impaled it into his foot, you did 5 health points of damage to him, magically. But it doesn't stop him. The undead guy keeps walking even though he's pinned into the ground right now. He is still trying to lunge at you. His friends, comrades, whatever you like to call his undead fellows, just stumble along past him with the other group. One of the men in the group, an axeman, lunges towards the nearest undead to him. Completely freaking just botches his swing. He swings and jams his axe into the cart. His axe is stuck in the cart. So the undead he went after retaliates. Completely freaking just dies. The undead man just dies. The magic didn't work well with resurrecting this man. He just dies on the spot. He just fell. With that, an archer of the group takes aim at the undead soldier that you recently pinned down with your pilum. Takes aim and completely shoots your pilum. She shoots your pilum and unpins the zombies from his position. So now he is stumbling towards you. A man next to you, heater shield and a short spear in hand, lunges. Oh no! Wait! No, it'll be the undead sword. So yeah, because you did that. Okay, so the undead. One undead has approached your position. Gets ready. His broken in half switch. Well, not so but like dagger. Also completely freaking misses. He grazes your gamberson, but since it's a broken blade, it only puts a small cut in your gamberson. No big deal. Now, the mercenary, shield and short spear in hand, attacks the undead that attacked you. And he only grazes the undead, but just enough to hurt it for 3 damage. Still up and kicking. Pretty weak right now, but still going at it. Blood just dropping out of it like no other right now. Yeah, no, they jam into the ground when you stick onto them. They will jam into the ground. Like how they're originally designed. I mean, they're originally designed to take out shields, but you stuck into a freaking zombie's foot, so... Yeah, he was stuck there until the archer shot your pilum off. Not all pilums break. Not all of them. Most pilums are actually designed to be... They're more heavy because they're sturdy. Because what they are meant to do is that you're supposed to throw out someone with a shield, and the end of it was supposed to impact the ground and causing you to throw off your shield, because either it will break your arm out of place or just get you stuck there. So you have to throw away the shield to be unstuck. Even then, if it hit a person, it would jam you into the ground. Like, it will hit you, and you'll keep moving forward, then it'll jam in the ground and just go right through you. Pilums were designed to be very effective. Of course, when it hits a person, the pilum will break. It will break from the impact of the person. But most of the time, it was most effective at disarming people with shields. Now, at the time, most shields were wood. They didn't really develop metal shields. Even then, the Roman shields were mainly wood. Actually, that would make sense, yeah. But, hey, if you're lucky, it was a missed throw. You only hit the zombie in the throat, but you could get that pilum back. Actually, the archer did just shoot your pilum, though. So it's probably cracked. You probably have a cracked pilum now. Because an archer just shot it. Alright. Last undead attacks the archer. And literally just freaking hits her right on the arm. For 8 damage. They were supposed to be kind of cracked anyway, so It just shows their worth and how much they've been used and how useful they are. Alright. The archer is hurt really badly. She's still kicking. She can't really use her left arm to hold the bow anymore. So she's got her mace out, ready to swing it. Now it's your turn. You got one zombie injured in front of you. Two more to your, actually, well, one dead, one to your right, and another one live, and then the one that you stuck earlier with your Pelham. $15 gold's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, it is ridiculous. But again, supplies are rare to come by these days. Okay, so you run around the car, go straight for the zombie that went for the archer. And you hit it, just barely. With you just straight, Roman Invicta! Swinging your short sword, forgetting that it's a jab sword, a stabbing sword, not a swinging sword. So all you really do is knock the zombie back maybe a couple feet. It stumbles around. You got his jawline, so his jaw is just hanging off. And you do about 3 damage to its jaw, 3 damage with his jawline just hanging off sideways. Still doesn't stop the zombie. Now, the zombie that was originally pinned earlier makes his advance to you. It remembers that, somehow it remembers that you stuck it with a Pelham. Comes at you and swing with a 20. It comes in swinging with a 20. It will do 3 damage to you. So, your shield... You don't have a shield. You bought the Gamberson, which is providing you some protection, and the 3 Pelhams. But we can do a saving throw for you. Your Gamberson provides a little bit protection. So really, with the critical hit, though, the Gamberson's only going to knock off not that much. Did you get a... Yeah, you did get a Scrotum Shield. I just forgot to put it on a list, didn't you? I didn't get my shield scam. Okay, yeah, you have a shield with you. That's right, you have a Scrotum Shield with you. I should probably put that in now while I remember. I spelled Scrotum with an R for some reason. Okay. Scrotum Shield. Okay, so that will provide some protection. The saving throw could save you. I'm telling you now, this saving throw could save you. You barely were able to catch the zombie in time to deflect it. Just grazes you. Zombie still does 3 damage to you, but it doesn't get that critical damage on you. So now you just have 23 health. The axeman that originally got his cart stuck earlier pulls out his axe and goes at the zombie next to him that's with the guy with the shield. Swing his axe, and he... Oh yeah, that's right. I should probably do that. I put in 62! You have 62 health now! You have 62 health. Yeah, the Axeman completely botches his throw and does a little loop and falls straight onto the ground. Useless. Just get the dead zombie's turn, and we immediately head for the archer. Archer, injured, still kicking. She goes after the zombie that attacked you. as her payment for trying to save her life. Her injury, but she is too injured, she just collapses next to the cart. She just literally leans against the cart and just on her knees. She can't even get up and fight. I mean, you gotta admit, she has a freaking gaping hole in her left shoulder right now. She's bleeding pretty bad. That's why we had slingshotters and that's why we had slingshotters and Okay, so now it's the zombies by the shieldman turn. So the zombie sees the guy stumble right in front of him, decides to go for the opportunity to strike him down. Plunges his sword straight down to the ground and hits him through his side. Just impales straight through his side for 8 damage. He's pretty hurt too. Finally, the shieldsman retaliates against the undead and goes after it. He just bashes it down to the ground and slams his spear straight through the skull, just right through the skull. It's dead. It's already dead. The zombie is gone. Lying there next to the comrade that just had a heart attack. Now back to you. There's only one undead left remaining, and standing right in front of you. Still a little dazed about getting its jaw ripped off by your short sword. So you think it's your perfect opportunity to strike. How would you like to strike the said zombie? Run in with your screwdriver in hand? Ooh. Alright. See if you get it. You just made the swing. Zombie is still stumbling around, really hard to get it, but by just mere miracle chance, the zombie's head wobbles right in front into your blade, piercing its skull straight through its cavity. The zombie is just dangling on your sword. You rip out your sword in victory. One of the only 2 men that did any work in this entire caravan. The other caravanners run up, grab the injured archer and axeman, take him to the back of the caravan to tend to their wounds. You got a slight cut. You should get some, some herbs to, get any some disinfectant wipes, whatever. Make sure you don't get any infections. But other than that, you're okay. Your gamberson might be a little torn in 2 different locations, but you're alive. You won the fight. Would you like to loot the zombies for any gold? They are recently turned, so they might have some money on them. Alright. There is a dice roll for the looting too, so I'm gonna get that set up too. So, you go through the zombies. Go and see if there's any valuable equipment with them. Oh. And you find something that one of the zombies have on them. And it is absolute terrible. You gain the cursed sword of Antronach. The sword that is so crap that it heals instead of hurts people. No one knows what kind of sick curse it is. It just exists in the world. And they do not know how many exist. Yeah, it's a cursed sword that heals. And it's binded to you. The cursed sword of Antronach is bound to your hand. You can't even let go of it. You can open your palm as wide as you can. It's just stuck to your hand. Pretty light weapon though, but it's basically useless in a fight. Blame the dice roll on that one. I have a whole freaking list of things you can get as loot for combat, and hey, you can go heal the archer though. Yes, I'm a healer. You can go talk to Nader too. He probably know how to fix the curse. Against my consent. you're like, yeah. You won't do well in a single party alone, though. But hey, you got a sword that heals. You can heal anyone now, until you can lift the curse. You made me a healer against my consent. Okay, you go around just healing the people. You literally just impale your sword into them, and instead of causing injury, it heals the wounds like nothing. The archer gets up, fine as a fiddle. The axeman, a-okay. Even you stab yourself with it, and the cut on you just goes away. It's not even there. All that remains of it existing is the ripped cloth on your gambeson. Nader looks at you and goes, "Ah, I see you have the cursed sword of Antronach. A fine weapon for clerics, but a terrible weapon for combat." Give me my HP. Yep, I'm gonna do that right now. I was gonna do that after Nate, but okay. Luckily for you, I know a person that can cure this curse. Not an easy fellow to find, but she's along the way there. Would you like to visit her? She lives along the dark forest. She's a crazy witch, but a witch nonetheless that can cure you. She can't even hurt a fly. At least I think so. But they call the witch. I don't remember what they call her. I don't think she even has a name. People call her many different things. I call her Susie. That's all I call her, Susie. Like I said, her hut's literally along the way there. We can stop by there and get that curse lifted for you. All right, we'll stop there then. So the caravan gets back up and running. The archer and the axeman stay on the carriage to see if there's any side effects from the undead attacking them. You know, since they were recently turned, anything could have gone wrong with that. Along the way there, Nader just grabs you off the caravan. Possibly you could. But Nader, grabs you, stops the caravan, and runs you along this secluded path through the dark forest right off the road. He is just dragging you by the arm, like he is just going for it. Like, despite looking at a man in, like, his late 60s, he is just flying like a deer down this path. You do got two hands, but how comfortable are you using your left hand? You want to be able to use the shield. Yeah, I mean, even then, if you get hurt, you just... Actually, even then, if you got hurt, you could just stab yourself. You low-key could just stab yourself and heal yourself every time you got hurt. But anyways, Nader meets up this cabin. Looks worn, run down, smoke coming out of chimney, signs of life. Herb gardens all around it. Your typical, friendly neighborhood witch hut. Yeah, basically. So, I mean, while I'm explaining, you can decide if it's actually worth keeping the sword or getting rid of it. Give her a nice meal. You're not gonna like the witch, probably. Nader knocks on the door, goes, Susie, you home? I have a problem that I need you to fix. You hear nothing. Just a little boom. Just in the cabin. Nader just opens the door like it's a sign that it's trying to come in. There's a witch. Looks like an old hag, to be honest. Sitting at her cauldron, throwing in herbs, potion brew mixes, conjure up the most unimaginable combinations of potions you could think of. She's, yes, come in. Mill! You don't get this milk with this witch! Or a gilf. She's a gelfing! Dark crystal. Okay, anyways, Yes, come in, sit, tell me what is the problem. As she stirs the cauldron, pouring more ingredients in, dumping herbs in there. Nader explains, my friend here just uncovered the cursed sword of Anshionok, and it's bounded to him. You think you can fix it? She looks at you, looks at the sword. Like a witch. Tell me you're like a witch. Wilf! It's a wilf! She just looks at you, out of corner eyes, just nods her head, like she has experienced this beforehand. She tells you to reach out your hand that the sword is bound to. Milf kill Wilf. Milf kill Wilf. Oh, that's you're beginning to be like those Merlin D&D YouTube shorts. All right, I walk in the bar and I roll to see if there's any milfs. It's just like that. Anyways, we have to roll for this one. See how percentile. See how successful she is. You reach out your hand. Ooh. Let's see here. Ooh. Okay. You reach out your hand. She grabs a spoon, dips in the cauldron, sprinkles in some kind of powder into the cauldron mix, and dumps the spoon on your hand. And just like that, the sword drops, just drops like an anchor out of your hand, straight into the floor, and just dissolves. It just magically dissolves. And as she looks at the sword dissolve, he's like, the curse has one protection against itself, to prevent people from using it with their consent. You'll probably find it again in the future. It's not gone, it just reappears somewhere else in the world. You'll probably find the chest somewhere. Nader pulls out a gem in his pocket, tosses it in a little jar next to the witch as payment. And you and Nader leave back to the caravan. And Nader says, compensation. He looks and goes, compensation for the recent battle. I guess the expense was covered by the health insurance. Yeah, it was covered by health. It was covered by the health insurance, the caravan health insurance. So you get back to your adventure. You know, nothing goes awry. You pass the castle of... Oh, I forgot the name I named the castle. You pass the castle of Olekska. An ancient orc castle that was there to defend its borders from any invaders that didn't hold up too well during the human invasions. Pretty much work as current border control. Check your supplies. Nothing out of the ordinary. They let you pass. Nader pays their toll fee. He's done this 100 times. And you continue on. Eventually, you make it to the great city of Ulaskog. Oh no, wait, Ulaskrog. It's Ulaskrog. One of the newer cities in terms of how old the orc cities are. It's teeming with life, but most of the buildings are run down, basically just in disrepair. But the buildings are made of sandstone. Fine, elegant, carved sandstone. You make it into the city, make it to the main marketplace. Nader and his gang starts unloading the cargo. Who changed my voice? Why would you change my voice? You monster! Okay, anyways. We're gonna do it like this with the voice. Sorry, to seduce the useless archer! Fine, we'll roll for that. We'll roll for the seduce the useless archer. You walk up to the archer. Yeah, I know. Even though you're the only one here, I asked too. Even though you're the only one here, I asked too. Okay, anyways, you walk up. Really? Again? I want to see what this sounds like on the stream. What does it sound like? Okay, I regret that. That was just having fun. I am the spirit in your mind. I am the curse that plagues. I will grow into your mind. I will infest others. We will become one as a hybrid. Okay, anyways. Okay, I was having fun with the witch. Okay. You put your arm on her shoulder, and she just straight up backhands you. She is not having it. She is still pissed from her injuries. She just straight up backhands you and storms off. As you sat there, rub your cheek, Nader walks up behind you with a bag of gold. And he goes, "Here, the payment that we promised for your escort." I know, you just healed her and she's still pissed at it. She's still pissed about the whole ordeal. But Nader, Women. just a little teacup. Okay, anyways. You take the bag of gold. And as oh wait, really OBS, really Steam, not Steam, OBS, Steam, fucking whatever you call it. Hold on. Bruh. That's the point of it being there. But now you have 510 gold. 510. Should be enough to go establish Rome in the near future. Yeah, so if we pop up the map real quick, let me get the map. You are currently in Oliskrog. Way up here. North, like, it's the most northern region of the Western Warlands. Like, you're still right there, so you can leave and go back east. Go north to the Armenian Kingdom, or you can continue deeper into the Western Warlands. I need some soldiers. There is a tavern nearby. You could walk into the tavern and see if there's anyone willing to join you in your company. And you a small little war band. We're gonna hide the map. Gonna absolutely do that. Alright. So you walk into the tavern. They call it Grog's Palace. I don't know why. They just named it Grog's Palace. And it looks somewhat dead. You see a band of guys that look well armed. Maybe 3 of them at the most, just sitting in the corner. Grog's Palace? No, Grog's Palace. Grog's. Like the orc beverage grog. This main reason why, probably the main reason why the city's named Oryx Grog, because they make grog. You just need some chums. They're only loyal to the gold, and you only got 500 gold. That's probably not going to get you far. Let's roll your perception real quick. You look around the bar. Not really anyone in there. Luckily, I'm invited by some poor equipment. There's not really much there. Maybe a couple drunk louts, but really no one there to assist you on your adventure. But they are having a great deal on grog beer. Great deal on grog beer. You probably could, yes. And even then, you have your ration packs. But you got some options here. You can leave the tavern, see if there's anything else around. You might have to go back east for that. There are better tools and want to see the world. Yeah, that's very valid. Anyways, you can either leave the tavern, buy some grog, enjoy a little bit of time there. It's a great deal after all. Literally recruitment man 101. I mean, it is the Western Moorlands. Pretty much anyone will probably be willing to join you as long as it's for power. But even then, that leads to a lot of infighting with the other smaller city-states. It's basically the Las Vegas. It will be a day's journey. Oh, you know what? I forgot to roll for your XP. Probably is the best place to recruit. I gotta roll for your XP though. Okay. You get a fun little level up stuff, so I gotta get some stuff that will, you know, use to level up. What the heck? You possibly get more HP. I'm randomizing this completely. So you will get 3 options to roll. You will only be able to pick one for now. But you possibly could get more HP. I gotta roll every single stat though. Alright. These are your current level up options. You can either go through your Dinovation magic tree, so later on if you learn a spell, it's a bit more stronger and harder hitting. Same thing with your raw magic output. Well, actually that's evocation. I can't say the word. Evocation. That's your raw magic output. So even then, if you learn like a simple fireball spell, you can put more damage out there. And the third and final option is to increase your intelligence by 1. So the first one is divination. Leveling up right now, since you don't have any spells, will only increase its effectiveness. But it's good at revealing knowledge to the user that uses its magic. The second option is evocation, which is basically your raw magic output. So you can throw fireballs and lightning spells. Like, you know, right now, since you don't know any spells, it's a good way just to increase its output if you ever learn its spell. And the last option is intelligence. So you got 2 magic level options and 1 skill level option. Yeah, but you can easily gain it in the future. If you head to the City Arcanum, you probably could get it. Some magic spells. But it'd probably cost. It wouldn't be as cost effective. You probably could. Be hard to do it, and plus it's the Western Worlds. Everyone's out for themselves. If anything, you'll probably just get scammed out of your money. You want to go to the City Arcanum or the Crash Course? I don't know what the second option was. Oh, the choice. So you're gonna go with your raw magic output. I'm gonna say this in a side note for myself. Yeah, so basically what defines as raw magic is fireballs, lightning, ice freaking spears. Yeah, and especially like I said, you can learn magic pretty easily if you find the right totems. And it increases your high, and even then there's magic spells that you need a higher level for, so I mean, you're getting off of the right foot here. Like I said, you could basically be a paladin, bard, freaking archmage of freaking destruction. Should make a side note here where we left off. Because I think this is where we're going to end it for now, until next Thursday. After we're back with this Thursday. And 7 more ration packs. All right, we'll head to the shop next time we get on. Oh god, the Reapers are back! I do have another side note for you, but fine, we'll do it now. So you look around town, everything looks the same. It's just all limestone, boarded up windows, makeshift repairs. It's kind of far, but you eventually stumble your way into a shop. Looks like the place has been robbed more than once. It's just a dump of a place. Just give me a price. So the shop owner 100% has your equipment. Since equipment is not as scarce, since equipment is more scarce in this land, the shop owner doesn't know if he wants to part off with it. But he needs the money, so he sells it to you. For everything, the extra sword, more Pelum. But the price is ridiculous. He does have your extra sword, but he's only carrying 1 Pelum. He's got your extraction tool and your 7 ration packs. That's really important. They were rolling the screwdom then too. See how much what's the chance? He has a damaged Scrotum shield. Looks like it's just been scavenged off of a skirmish, you know, only like a few months ago. Dented along the outside, some rivets have come off, but you're still able to carry it. You're still able to use it as an effective shield. It just be a little uncomfortable to use. You get a reduced price on that. So the merchant goes through everything, and he goes, I'm desperate, man. I'm desperate. I need these supplies, but yet the gold is just... Whew. I guess I can do maybe 30 gold? Does that sound good? 30 gold? On the 7 ration packs, the 1 pilum, and the short sword and the damage scrotum? Alright, you grab all your equipment, you hand him the gold, he just looks at you in disbelief that you just did that. That 5 extra gold, I'll carry him somewhere. Wait, I don't know why I put in 57, it's... I did it again, it's 75! That, you got another piece of Gamberson. A damaged Scrotum. An extra sword. And now 4 pilums. Oh, and then you got 7 days of rationing, so you got 10 days there, and 2 entrenching tools. With that, you find a nice alleyway, no sunlight shining at all, 2 big limestone towers on each side of you, wall to your back so no one can flake around you, kind of tucked away where no one will notice you. You get your pack set up. The rations there, you got the 10, I changed the 3 days of rations to 10 days because you got 7. You unload your travel pack, unpack your bed sheets, relax, lay down, and doze off. Until the next time, the DM can guide you on your next journey. You get a magic map like in video games do. You have a map. I mean, you do have. Well, I mean, you do have a map. Nah. I'm just kind of showing you the map. You really don't have a map. You're kind of just running around aimlessly. So it was kind of good you picked up at the caravan. You could have asked Nato to probably hand you a map. He probably would, but he's probably gone by this point. Alright. I'm gonna put that in the side notes. That's gonna be great. Yeah, it is gonna be great, right? You're gonna have a map. I mean, like, as you as the chat and me as the DM, like with that map I've showed you, that's the map you're probably gonna see more often. I might make a little map indicator that I can just drag around with OBS just to move along the map to show where you're currently at instead of just zooming in. I might do that, but we'll see about that. Let's go set up the stream to raid. Great, he's still alive. And again, dude, the fact that the first thing you do is seduce an entire bar and gain a free loot is just hilarious. You had a really great start. Yeah, I think with Twitch integration. Not Twitch integration, like just the Twitch chat delay. It makes it hard to do things. But definitely I will make a oh no, the voice changer!
I definitely will make a D&D private, like a D&D Discord voice channel for us. So if you guys want to do D&D, you can do whatever. Then I'm gonna make a private one for the stream. And then we'll just get your own D&D character sheet. We'll just get your own
D&D character sheet. I'll just copy and paste all your stats onto there. Yeah, that's the whole point of why I got voice mod. It's just so you guys can mess around. That's the whole point of it. I gotta put up my little dice pad away. Okay, let's get ready to raid the Plonky. I know you're not sub, so you can't do this, but I'm gonna do the raid command. I don't know why Nightbot can't do the emotes. It literally looks like this. So we'll go raid a very wholesome person. Yeah, the voice changer is freaking fun. It is fun. Alright. See you next D&D adventure. I'll be back on Tuesday for a different stream, but next Thursday we'll definitely do D&D again. Alright, goodbye.